Reboot, the Ranger. What's going on, Rangers? Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Grid News. This just in. We got this coming from the Luminary, but before we get into that, I need you guys to first do me a favor. Hit that subscription button on the way in. Matter of fact, hit that notification bell as well. Make sure you follow me on all social medias. Yes, I'm on all social medias. That way you get all my videos.
Impressive.
And there's no
emotional damage.
Alright, so you finished doing that. Alright, I want to talk quickly and briefly. Actually, I don't know, maybe this will be a rant. We'll see how I feel. But everyone's been talking about this, so I just want to put in my 5 cents on the matter. I'm gonna drop a separate video on how I feel about the Red Ranger and Cosmic Fury. I feel like, it wasn't just, she was okay. She wasn't like one of the best leaders. I feel like everyone's hyping her up to be one of the best Red Ranger leaders we've had. But essentially, the Luminary's talking here. We're gonna get into their article and then read some of the comments there on Twitter. I'll leave the links in the description as usual. So, Power Rangers Reboot, why Green Ranger shouldn't be the new Red Ranger. So, essentially, since Jason David Frank has passed away, it feels like everyone, especially in Hasbro and in general, I feel like everyone's just kind of like, they want to reboot, or they're suggesting reboot the franchise, and it should be the Green Ranger being the leader instead of it being the Red Ranger. So I just want to read about this article and then tell you my thoughts of what I think about Power Rangers and in general, Mighty Morphin. We all know the leader was Red Ranger, and even though Tommy came in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2 as the White Ranger, it should have been the Red Ranger. If anything, Tommy and Red Ranger and Jason should have had a single combat, some kind of conflict in order to decide who's taking leadership next. It shouldn't just been passed down when we saw Power Rangers 2017, we saw the Black Ranger and Red Ranger battle it out for leadership, right? So anyways, let's read this article and then we'll talk more about that. So, Power Rangers Reboot, why Green Ranger should be the new Red Ranger. Power Rangers Reboot currently plans to introduce a Green Ranger as the leader. Find out how this would affect possible female Red Ranger debut. Like I said earlier, it doesn't even it doesn't matter that the Red Ranger was female. It should really be a male leader. And as we know, Mindful Power Rangers, it was the Red Ranger the leader, and then second in command is Zack, the Black Ranger Mastodon, and then after that it would be the Blue Ranger, and so on. And then I think Yellow and then Pink, right? But I know for the first 3 as leaders it would have been Red, Black, and then possibly Blue. But I'm gonna stick with Red and Black for now. So, the status quo Power Rangers may have been the verge of changing with the reboot around the corner. Talks have been brewing about Green taking charge instead of Red. Now let's talk about what could be a problem. Power Rangers has adapted the Red Ranger leader role from Super Sentai series while establishing many iconic characters original to the franchise. Although many of the leaders were donning red, there were few occurrences when the leader of a Ranger deviated from the assigned colors. From the first White Ranger, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which featured the return of Tommy Oliver due to the popular demand. There have also been other non-red leaders such as White Alien Ranger, Time Force Pink Ranger, and the temporary leaders such as Wild Force Yellow Ranger. Yeah, that's true, but you gotta remember that for the White Alien Ranger, yeah, it was kind of like it's not planet Earth and how we view red as a leadership color. And the Alien White Ranger is just a different community there, I guess, right? Different norms in that society. And then Time Force Pink, she kind of assumed leadership, I would say, after her fiance died to her father, Ranzik, right? So that was a little bit different, I feel like. But anyway, she was still a good leader. And I feel like, so didn't she give the leadership up at the end of Time Force to Red Ranger anyway? So Anyways, and then I talk about Wild Force Yellow. I gotta watch Wild Force again because I haven't watched it in so long. I gotta remember how everything went down there. I think I'm just now finishing Jungle Fury. I have 3 episodes left. So watching the tiger and she fight it out. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, the Power Rangers Reboot Green Ranger should not be the leader at the expense of the new Red Ranger. Though the details are unconfirmed, the reboot has reported to set Green Ranger as a leader as a team at a potential cost as a female Red Ranger. So okay, so what I want to know is if they make the Green Ranger the leader, I feel like they're gonna just make it a female Green Ranger because they were suggesting. It was kind of like suggested at the end of the Power Rangers 2017 movie, which reminds me, I'm gonna drop a video on that later too. I want to talk about how we're not seeing enough representation of Power Rangers 2017. It wasn't a good movie, but it still has some good parts, and it is part of the Power Rangers universe, and it brought the debut of Power Rangers Legacy War. So we got to give it respect, and I feel like it would have been good if we got a sequel to it. So anyways, let's go back. I digress. Let's get back to this Power Ranger reboot. So it's been reported by who? It's kind of like hearsay, but I feel like the Green Ranger shouldn't be the leader. It was really the White Ranger that took over the leadership afterwards, which was kind of dumb because then it could have been like Red Ranger fell in battle or something like that. I think that would have been a better reason for Tommy to take over the leadership as the White Ranger. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to here. Why leading Green Ranger would counteract with a female Red Ranger? First of all, we don't even need to really continue this trend of having a female Red Ranger. You know what I mean? I feel like a female Red Ranger would have been where how they did it in Power Rangers Samurai. How there were 2 Red Rangers, right? I think his name was Jaden, and then his sister. I think it was Kara or something like that. But anyway, she's in Battle for the Grid. It was cool how I think it was Sheba, right? Anyways, but it was cool how I think she was the original Red Ranger, and then he took command afterwards, and then I think something happened where the team preferred him being the Red Ranger. I can't remember. I have to actually watch Power Rangers Samurai again. So that one and Wild Force are on my list to watch again because I need to have specific details for y'all to actually back up what I'm saying. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I think a female Red Ranger should be where her brother was the Red Ranger, and then she basically took the mantle afterwards. You know what I'm saying? The power was transferred to her afterwards. I think that would be an acceptable reason to have a female Red Ranger. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think we should have a male Red Ranger always and set a female Red Ranger second? Just kind of how, if you think about Black Panther, right? The first one obviously was really good. The second one I didn't really watch. But how his sister became the female Black Panther, right? So let me know what do you guys think about that. So let's get back here to talking about the Green Ranger leading would be a counterproductive move, as female Red Rangers have been rare and significant feature in Power Rangers since the role often features male characters. Excuse me. As there are many aspects to the situation, we have established a full breakdown of why this could occur, why both choices are ill-fitted for the future. There we have I think her name is Lauren. So we got SPD Squad Ranger, Red Samurai, Lauren. There she is. Sheba. I was right. Sheba. She's go Sheba Slash. So she was a good Red Ranger. You know what I mean? Leader as well too. But I feel like she was, her brother took her place, or she took her brother's place in his absence. So I think that's a good reason to have a female Red Ranger, like a brother sister takeover, carry the mantle type of thing. Power Ranger Cosmic Fury featured Amelia becoming the first full-time Red Ranger. Other past female Rangers being temporary additions. Other female Red Rangers have included Lauren Sheba and Power Ranger Samurai, the evil A Squad Red Ranger, that one's from SPD, and comic exclusive 1969 Red Ranger. The third season Power Rangers finally debuted the significant original Red Ranger and marked sign of evolution of the franchise. Leadership of Red Ranger has been highlighted aspects, with Hunter Dino excelling in the momentous historical moment of Power Rangers. Related to top 3 Power Rangers timeline will be obsolete. The theories appeared, blah 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 blah. Zeto's character, yeah, they basically suppressed Zeto's character. Y'all gotta remember that. He didn't really I don't want to read any more of this. I think it's going to another article here. But yeah, let's go on to the Twitter page and see what people have to say there, and I'll wrap this video because we're already 10 minutes in. I didn't really mean to make it that long. It's just I had a lot to say. Okay, so let's look at some of the comments here. I commented that Red should always be the lead, Black second in command, and I think that is fair to say. Doesn't look like we had any comments on it, so I thought it would have been more by now, but there's not. Anyways, I'll leave the link in the description. Let me know what you guys think about this, the female Red Ranger. If you think I'm right about it being like the sister taking over, or they should just continue this trend of female Red Rangers. Soon we're going to be getting like trans Red Rangers or something like that. Who knows where we're going. But anyways, I'll leave your thoughts in the description. I'm Reboot Ranger. I'm going to reboot out of here. And if you want to reboot too, you know what to do. And I catch you Rangers on the next video.
Oh my.
Peace.